So yeah, folks, the Pathfinder's 4x4 ability. I was pleasantly surprised. I've got a reasonable frame of reference, and power wise that guy is insane. I mean, you need to be very gingerly on that throttle. If you slip and you put down too much, those wheels just go. That 200 kilowatts is a beast. That thing, I mean, in sand, that thing will be awesome. I mean, it's, oh. Climbing ability, the power helps. It's got more than enough torque, and the traction control also helps. So yeah, for climbing like we've experienced now at R51, I can't complain. Compared to normal 4x4s, its weight to power ratio and the suspension wise and so on, this guy climbs like a mother. The traction control is very efficient. I mean, that wheel gets feels like half a rotation, and then other wheels just start going. So I can't complain about the traction control. It's like having diff lock. Only downside I have about the traction control is that it's not on when you're in low range, and that you don't have a diff lock button either for the rear to at least help you through a messy situation. But it is automatic. You can nurse it and play with the throttle in 4i, so plan can be made. Low range is good. It's still a little bit fast for me. I'd like to have that ratio down maybe by one more, but it does the job. Even descending downhills from the mountains and so on, that low range actually, when it goes from second gear to first gear, when you drop it in the Steptronic mode, it actually pulls you forward. So that's it's not like you'd expect with an auto that'll just continue running and running and running. We had the aircon off in most cases, and the deceleration, the engine braking on the low range was very sufficient. You won't need more than that, bearing in mind that it is a petrol. Articulation is quite good. It's stock standard. There's no extras. I didn't put the lifter suspension or anything like that, and the articulation I found was pretty good. The car's reasonably stiff body wise, and yeah, compared with the traction control, I mean, clearance was a little bit of issue with the front, especially the front. When you're coming down the mountain, the nose tends to want to dip a lot. So going up, we hit no rocks on the center man, and coming down, we hit quite a few, especially on that front cross member there on the bash plate. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're coming down a hill. If you've got your stock 4x4 setup, try to keep either to the left or to the right of the path where you see some reasonably large rocks in the center. Keeping to the left or to the right will keep it elevated enough so that it clears those rocks. The auto box on 4x4ing, I used it in Steptronic. It's the same as having it in like a gear on a manual. The only thing I have a bit against it is that I can't pull away in second or third if I want to. I have to, even in Steptronic, from standstill, run through first, squeeze second, squeeze third to get up there. I can't pull away in third. So if I'm in a messy situation like sand or something like that, I'm going to sit with that problem. So I'll probably have to go back to four-wheel drive, high range, or whatever the case may be. If they could have made it where you can select a gear from standstill, that would have been perfect. Comfort, it's hard to pass. This guy is, we did this hectic route, the uitkyk route, especially at the top. It's very rough. There's lots of rocks and stuff like that, some undulating terrain, and it was very comfortable inside. And I'm not bearing in mind that I deflated the tires. The car, the ride overall with the Pathfinder is superb. This car drives very nicely. I've driven Land Rovers, Land Cruisers, even some off-road truck type vehicles where I work, and nothing compares to this. I'm sure a Range Rover Lani Dardy type Vivok or whatever might drive smoother over this type of terrain, but for the average Joe that wants a capable 4x4 that is reasonably comfortable, reasonable on fuel, depends on how you look at it. Pathfinder, it's hard to beat.